What's up, everyone? This is the awkward part where I'm talking to myself because nobody's here yet. But once you get on, if you could please let me know if you can hear me and see me okay, and if the picture's okay, and all those things. If good is good, because good is better than bad. That's the kind of quality wisdom and insight you can expect here today. Good is good, and bad is bad. You're very fortunate that I'm here to transmit this kind of wisdom to you. I can't even keep up to that. We got Karen Sandoval on TikTok. Not sure is on TikTok, which is funny. MD over on YouTube. Pardeep over on Facebook. If you're watching anywhere other than YouTube, that's really the best place to join. It's chrismwalker.tv. Yeah, so go join there if you can. I would appreciate it. But, wherever you want to watch is fine too, because I am a full service here. Russell Freddie Edmonds, yo, fine wisdom, sir. Everything is all good. Well, that's good because good is better than bad. Again, this is the kind of infinite wisdom I bring. We will get started at about 5 after because it takes a few minutes for people to show up because we as an industry are not the most punctual. I learned that at my event, Legiit Live, last month. Jamal for Gay Thug is on TikTok. Hello, Jamal. Got Jackie. Is that Jackie Chow? Maybe unlikely, but if it is, what's up, Jackie? And what's up, you, whoever you are? Either way, Moinoden says, "Hey Chris, Devrat was saying you're coming to India. I am in January. I'm going to be coming to India SEO conference to give a presentation, and then I'll hang out for an extra day in Pune." And then I'm going to Ahmedabad for a few days to hang out with our awesome developers at Legiit. So yes, I am. That's, I think, the 11th and 12th of January. Check out indiaseoconference.com for information on that. But I'd love it if you can make it. I'll be talking more about that as it gets a little bit closer. So yeah, I will. Those are facts, as the kids say. Today we got a really cool topic. I'm kind of surprised that there aren't more people here because this is usually the most popular thing that I talk about. But whatever, I am here for the people that are here because I can't be here for the people that aren't. Yeah, I'm really bringing the wisdom here today. We're also on TikTok. I forgot to do Twitch Day, but nobody watches there anyway. 2 YouTube channels, X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So we are everywhere because I like attention. Literally nobody on Instagram, which is unusual. Eugenia says, "Oh, good is better than bad." There it is. The movement is growing. All right, we're going to give it another minute or two, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. If you're watching on TikTok, it's going to make sense for you to go over to YouTube and watch because I'm going to be sharing my screen a lot, and eventually I'll get it to where I have my my TikTok camera pointed at my screen and do the dual thing, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So for now, just stay where you are or go watch on YouTube, but you'll get a better experience on YouTube. Sir, we are expecting for Pakistan to visit. Maybe someday. I'd love to be there if I could. Terry says, "Hey, Chris, glad to be here with you." I'm glad to be here with you as well, Terry. All right, in just a minute, we will get into it because I've actually done this presentation once in person, and I know how long it takes. So we have a couple minutes to kill. But yeah, we got 3 folks watching on TikTok, which is kind of a record for me. So thank you to you fine folks. If you want to send me a rose or a diamond or whatever, that would be wonderful. If not, that's fine too. How do I request it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't even know what those do, but I understand that they are something I'm supposed to ask for and want. So please do that. Nafiz says, "Hello, boss." Hello, Nafiz. SEO Spider. I say Spider because one of my favorite people in the world doesn't like spiders very much, and I like to tease her. I don't know if she's listening, though. And we're going to get started in just a second. In fact, let's go ahead and Keith says, "Hey, Chris." So, all right, we got about, looks like YouTube is in the lead today. And we got a few good turnout on TikTok today, which I'm proud of because that's a good channel that I'd love to grow. But God knows I don't know how to make good short form content to save my life. Beauty from Ash is on TikTok. Hello, Beauty. All right, let's go ahead and get started. How about it? Rest in peace, Pete Rose. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Share screen, window. Umes says, hi, Chris. Hello, Umes. Rob Cushing on TikTok. Hey, Rob. I think I know you. Could be wrong. Share my screen, and we'll go full screen. Rob says, what's up, Chris? What's up, Rob? I think I know you. If you're the Rob Cushing I'm thinking of, I know I met you at OMG Live years ago. So, all righty. We were at OMG Orlando. Yep, that's what I thought. I thought that was who that was. All right, so today's topic is how to make a full-time living selling SEO on freelance marketplaces. Just being fully transparent, I don't give two tiny shits about any other marketplace site than Legiit, but I am going to briefly cover that. So, anyway, let's get into it. My name is Chris M. Walker. I am the founder I founded Legiit.com in 2018. Legiit is a 8-figure freelance platform and B2B growth engine that provides the tools, training, tracking, and talent that businesses need to grow to the levels they want to grow to. I founded Superstar SEO in 2013, which is an SEO training, consulting, services, and software company that has one of the biggest SEO Facebook groups and has customers all around the world that we've been servicing for over 10 years now. And Legiit has a massive global community that's allowed me to travel around the world, speak at events, and impact people. And none of that would have been possible if it wasn't for freelance SEO. It all started on July 29th, 2015 and this is from another marketplace that no longer exists, with a $10 sale of a social signal service. It says Legiit there because I replaced all the thumbnails before that site went away with Legiit thumbnails. But that's when it all started for me. I could go further back and tell my whole story, but everything I have today, I owe to freelance SEO. And this right here is where it started, with a $10 service that I arbitraged from another site, which I know I still have this service today, although I no longer arbitrage it. And since then, I have had massive success with freelance SEO through marketplaces. This is from screenshots from about a month ago. And you can see I've sold over $3 million on Legiit.com of SEO and consulting services. And I know what you're thinking. But Chris, you have an advantage. You own Legiit. Well, guess what? I have done this over and over and over again. You can see $776 on one site, $211,429.97 on another site, $181,033.33 on another site, and $25 on another site. So I have made this I've done this over and over and over again on other sites. So it's not me having some sort of made up advantage. So if you have that limiting belief, go ahead and get rid of it now. And it's not just me. Here are some other success stories from Legiit. Somebody with $626,416.09, $1,694,204.18, $1,039,586.54, $441,079.17, $822,719.66, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So as you can see, this is no fluke. There's a typo there, but there is life-changing opportunity in freelance SEO marketplaces for anyone that is willing to do the work. So why should you use a marketplace versus being an independent freelancer? Here are some of the reasons. You don't have to build a website. That's a big pain in the ass. I know someone right now that is weeks behind on something they want to do because they are building a website. And I'm not dunking on this person, but it's a lot of work. And if you use a marketplace, you don't have to do that. You don't have to have any expensive hosting, elaborate design, complicated issues, and so on. You don't have to handle customer service. Now, I put an asterisk on top of that because, of course, you're going to have to handle customer service. But if there's a dispute or if there's a technical issue with the site or any of that, that's not on you to fix. I'm just going to say we throughout this and refer to Legiit, but this applies to any marketplace. But you have someone there to handle it for you. You don't have to deal with chargebacks at least with most marketplaces. The chargeback goes to the marketplace itself rather than to you. And if you've ever sold any kind of services or any sort of intangible, you know how hard it is to win a chargeback or a dispute from one of those on those types of services or products. You also have built-in customers. A site has its own customer base, its own traffic, and all. You don't have to do that. Now, there's going to be an asterisk on this as well, but you have access to customers that are already there because there's already a brand that's been built and has exposure. So therefore, there is built-in trust because it's an existing platform and not just some random website out there in the nether or whatever. So that's why you would use a marketplace versus your own website or just being an independent freelancer without a built-in. Why SEO versus other services? I mean, truthfully, you can do these kinds of numbers with just about any type of service. I've had my success with SEO. Other people have it with other things. I'm talking about SEO today because, well, that'll get me the most views, to be perfectly honest. And because this was originally made for an SEO conference. But other services like graphics and web design and so on, they can absolutely work. I know people making millions of dollars doing that too. But SEO offers more avenues to get paid because you have links, you have content, you have on-page, you have technical, you have keyword research, you have so many different pieces that you can sell to generate sales as an SEO. Whereas web design, you have web design and maybe like hosting. So it gives you a lot of different avenues to be successful at selling SEO versus other things. The margins tend to be pretty high. That's not true with every SEO service, but in a lot of cases, it's just a matter of knowing how to do the thing and doing it for somebody. So you're just selling time as opposed to things that may have an actual like physical investment. It's easier to delegate. Suppose that you are an awesome logo designer and you want to grow a logo design business. You can only scale to as much as your time allows. I know some people like Design Joy have done well with this, but there's a bottleneck there that you can never overcome, and you can hire other designers, but you can never truly replicate the thing that makes your particular style of design unique. It's easier to prove the ROI to a client. So for example, if I have an SEO service and I get a client improved rankings, they can point to that and say that generated new business for me and can justify spending more money with me or continuing to pay me or whatever. But if it's like a logo, even a web design or lots of things like that, it's much more abstract and intangible and hard to prove an ROI on, and therefore harder to sell because it's not as good of an offer as something like SEO. Now, I could say the same thing about paid ads or whatever, but anything that you can prove where you made them more money by investing that money, it's easier to sell. So that's one of the advantages to SEO. So right now, but at this point, you're probably saying, where do I begin? What do I sell? Sign me up, as Jimmy Fallon here is saying in the picture. So the first thing you need to do is know how to do something. Learn an SEO skill. And if you don't already have one, a lot of times people will ask, what's a hot niche that I can sell right now? The hot niche is whatever you know how to do that other people don't know how to do and are willing to pay money for. In SEO, some examples are links, keyword research, content, on-page and technical SEO, and so on. Like I said, there's a lot of pieces that you can sell. Just go get good at one of them. And if you don't know how to do anything yet and you do want to start making some money, another thing you can do is buy tools and sell pieces of them. So for example, you can buy SEMrush or Ahrefs or some link building tools like GSA or SEO Neo or whatever, and then sell like one report or one campaign from them and use that to cover the cost of the tool and build up a little bit of a reputation as somebody that can deliver on what they say they're going to deliver. So if you don't know anything yet, you need to spend your time learning something. But if you want to make some money in the meantime, that's one avenue that you can do. In the beginning, I had a tool called Sendwire, which was a link building tool, which unfortunately went out of business, but I would sell single campaigns from that. I called them blasts, but I would sell single campaigns from that. And that was one of the ways I built my business. In fact, I got an influencer shout out, which we're going to talk about later, but from that service that really made the business take off. So let me make sure everybody's seeing everything okay. All right, good. All right, so let us continue. So, how to start making money? Like I would deliver that in my best Kevin O'Leary voice, because how do I make money is all that really matters with any of this. Like everything we've talked about so far is important in setting the foundation and getting prepared. But what we're really wanting to learn how to do is make money. So we're going to talk about some basic things that you need to do to get right. The first thing is build profile setup. And what you need to do for your profile is set up a brand, meaning you don't just throw up, SEO guy 1, 2, 3 with generic stock images and stuff like that. You need to create a brand. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or maybe on Twitter, you can see I have a brand with consistent colors, a consistent look, a consistent image, a consistent logo, and so on. I also have, and we're going to cover that in the next slide. If you don't get this right, nothing else is going to matter. Your profile is your brand. It is how people perceive you. It is what they will remember. It is who they buy from. It is what they're going to care about. It's what's going to separate you from somebody that does the exact same thing that you do, but doesn't have a brand. So get this right. You need a well-designed cover photo. A cover photo I showed you on the last slide, but that's the photo at the top. Good sites will offer that. You need good thumbnails. Not just generic stuff, not stuff with too much text or too much information. Thumbnails that look similar, that have a quick little bit of text that tells what it's about, but also a picture of yourself, if possible, looking at the camera. I have actual scientific data that shows that is more likely to get a click. You need a profile picture of your face or a branded logo. I strongly recommend you use a picture of your face. But if for some reason you just don't want to be on camera, maybe you're ugly as fuck or whatever, then you can use a branded logo. You need a memorable username. A memorable username is very, very important because if you are just SEO guy number 694, nobody's going to remember you. They're not going to be able to figure out how to get back to you to buy from you again. Christian Curl, thank you for all the hearts over on TikTok. I appreciate that. Or maybe it's Christine. It looks like it's Kristen, I guess. So thank you. I appreciate your support, but have a memorable username. I have Superstar SEO is mine. That one's could be better, but it's served me well over the last years. So that's a great example. Have a username that people will remember, but also tells them what you do. A description that describes how you solve problems for customers. A lot of people put their bio and they say, I am a 4-year SEO professional with experience. It's their resume or a cover letter or some shit. No one cares about you. You need to. Big Posh is trying to co-host. I'm going to decline Big Posh. Thank you, though. You need to tell people how you can help them. No one cares about you. They care about them and their problems, and they're looking at you to see how you can solve them for them. So tell them that. Use an intro video. The good platforms have a video you can put on your profile to tell people who you are and why you should be the person they choose to give their hard-earned money to. So make use of that. Don't be a coward. Pull out your camera. Pull out your phone, talk to your camera, and tell people why they should give you money instead of someone else. Connect all your social profiles so people will see and know that you are a real human being that exists in the world and has social profiles and someone they can trust and know and isn't just some random scammer on the internet. The more trust you can give, the more people will give you their money. And that's what this is all about, is making money. Now, let's talk about sales page setup. This is another big one that people get wrong all the time. All the time. A lot of people will just list what they do in plain, unformatted black text with no images. And if you do that, you are going to lose. I don't want you to lose, because if you use my platform, I make money. So make sure that you write out some persuasive sales copy. I like the pain, agitate, solve for copywriting format, and I could do a whole webinar on copywriting in itself. But write actual persuasive sales copy, not just telling people what you do and listing it like it's a fucking Walmart tag or something. You need persuasive sales copy that convinces a customer to buy your services. This is an example of one of mine. This is the SEO knockout punch or something like that. You can see how it tells a story. It has images. It has a creative hook. It puts them in pain and then makes that pain worse. And then when the pain is at the level when they just can't take it anymore, I prove to them that I am the one that has the cure, the panacea for the poison, that I can cure their issue if they only just buy my service. Then they will get out of that pain of not being able to rank, and instead they will be able to rank, and I will be the one that solves that problem for them. That's the kind of copy that you want to write, not just I will build 12 links or whatever, which literally this is just a link building and keyword research service. It's nothing I mean, it's good results, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing unique. It's just packaged in a unique way and sold in a unique way. So there you have it. You have to get all of those right, or all the traffic in the world is not going to matter. That said, you do need traffic. So let's talk about getting traffic. That's probably what a lot of you are most interested in and think that you're lacking. But let me just tell you before I go any further, you do not have a traffic problem. You have an offer problem. You have a marketing problem, but you do not have a traffic problem. There is an unlimited amount of traffic in the world. You just have to be ready to receive it. So the number one commandment of marketplace traffic, and I know no matter how much I emphasize this, somebody in the comments is going to ask me this anyway, but do not rely on the internal search on the site. That is bonus traffic. That is extra traffic. That is traffic that you might get if you do a good job and you have a presentable profile. But if you rely on that, you are taking the entire power out of your hands and you're becoming an employee and not a freelancer. And that defeats the whole purpose. You can use this as bonus traffic, but do not rely on it to make your living. I see this in freelance groups all the time, and it drives me up the fucking wall. Why are you going to a site and expecting them to hand you traffic while you just sit around twiddling your thumbs? You have to find other ways to get traffic. So first things first, do not sell what you want. Sell what customers want. I told you earlier, you have to know how to do something, but it also has to be something that people actually want. So if you, this is a big mistake I see, and frankly, I have made it myself in the past. But before you learn something, make sure the marketplace has the type of customers that wants that service that you're trying to learn. Not every marketplace has the same type of customer. For example, Legiit has the most savvy and affluent customer base of any marketplace in existence. So they are more particular and more willing to spend than others. So you have to cater to that individual. Whereas something like Fiverr caters to people that don't want to spend as much and are okay with commodity level services or stupid shit like this. If you're watching on TikTok and you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a picture from Fiverr of a guy that looks like Jesus holding his thumbs up because he will make a video of him looking like Jesus saying stuff for you. Who cares? We want to help businesses. And if you are going to use a Legiit, this service is not going to sell. So figure out what the marketplace that you're going to use, what kind of customers that they have, and make something that they are going to want. No one cares what you want. Getting traffic continued. I could have made an entire presentation on how to get traffic and the nuances, and I will at some point, or at least different. Maybe I'll make them webinars based for specific traffic channels. I don't know, but for now, let's just talk. I'm going to cover the most important ones and show you why they tie into the most important thing you need to make a full-time living with marketplace SEO. Now, we have to talk about the types of traffic. There are two types of traffic. Traffic that gets new people to buy from you, or cold traffic. Traffic that gets people that buy from you multiple times. Hot traffic. One second. So let's start with cold traffic. The best source for cold traffic is where most of you are watching me right now. That is YouTube. Even a small YouTube channel can start to generate you a few sales. And if you get a good video, it can send you sales for years on end. I know some of you are like, oh my God, I'll have to be on camera. Yes, stop being a coward. Pull out your camera, pull out your phone, turn on the camera, and tell people what you do. I, for example, have a video from 2018 on how to rank in Google Images that I still get inquiries for right now. It's late 2024 as I'm recording this, and I guarantee you I'll get them into the future as long as this video continues to exist. That's over 6 years that this has been making me money for something that took me 12 minutes and 46 seconds to produce 8 years ago, or 6 years ago, excuse me. So YouTube is the #1 best way to get cold traffic. By the way, you can see I originally made this screenshot when I was in the Philippines because it shows PH on the YouTube up there. So yeah, use YouTube, make a channel, teach people what you sell, teach them how to do it. I know what you're thinking. If I teach them how to do it, they won't pay me. No, people are lazy. Teach them how to do it. And if they are going to say, wow, I want that, but I don't want to do it myself, can I pay you? So tell them how to do what you know how to do, and then offer to do it for them. Do that on YouTube and do it over and over and over and over again. I'm walking the walk right now. So by doing this on YouTube myself. So that's that. You create a YouTube channel and make videos all the live long day. Now, the best source for hot and warm traffic is email. I know what you're thinking. Chris, you're incredibly handsome. Yes, you're right, but that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about today. We are talking about getting traffic, and the best way to get warm traffic, meaning people that have already bought from you or already know who you are or already like you or already a customer of yours, to get them to buy from you again. Email is the platform to choose. It is the platform to choose. If the marketplace that you are using allows it, and the good ones like Legiit do, you should ask your customers for their email address. Then what you're going to do is periodically send them useful information, links to those YouTube videos that I know you're making, coupons, exclusive offers, exclusive content. Sometimes you're not going to ask them for anything. You're just going to tell them about stuff that happened in your life, but send them things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know how you know how I know when I'm not sending enough emails if nobody's telling me that it's annoying. So send as many emails as you can to make people like you and remember you and buy from you again, because we want money. And that's one of the ways to get more money. Use a tool like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or Aweber or whatever to manage your list, because even a small list can instantly generate you hundreds or thousands of dollars in sales. Suppose you have an unexpected expense come up. You need a new car, or maybe you just want to take a vacation. You can literally write one email and pay for that, all with the 10 minutes it takes you to write out a piece of email copy. So collect your customers' emails and send them things. Do not sleep on this. Nobody I know does this as well as I do. And nobody makes as much doing this kind of work as I do. So connect the dots. La, la, la. So combining all of these things that leads you to the unstoppable force that you need to make a full-time living doing freelance SEO. And what I mean by these things is YouTube plus email plus the site traffic that is just the cherry on top, but it is a cherry that's on top and it does taste good and have vitamins or some shit. The secret to success selling freelance SEO services on marketplaces is reoccurring customers. Not recurring, reoccurring. Reoccurring means that it's people that buy from you multiple times over and over again. Recurring is when it's one person that's on an auto draft or auto payment without having to sign up for another one again, just in case people aren't familiar. The reoccurring customers are the #1 thing you have to make a full-time living doing this. On average, and there's a typo there, there's a form, so there should be a little explosion there. That's an inside joke. But on average, when customers buy from a freelancer once, they end up buying from them 4 times a month. So when you get one customer and you do a good job and you really nail the process, you have now gotten 4 extra sales on average. That's how important reoccurring customers are. That means that 5 or 10 repeat customers can pay you 10K or more per month. Congratulations, you have a full-time living. Even now, doing this for a decade and getting 500 or so orders a month, most months, 75% of my orders come from 5 customers. That's how important reoccurring customers are. So like I said, 5 to 10 repeat customers with reoccurring purchases can pay you $10,000 a month or more. So congratulations, you now have a full-time business that started, and there's that same typo again, started from a marketplace. You have a brand. You have a website because we do it for you. You have a CRM, customer resource management, or something like that. I forget the exact acronym, but that's basically, you have a way to manage your customers and leads and so on. You have a cold traffic channel from your YouTube channel that you are creating and making videos for. You have a warm traffic channel from the emails you collect from your clients so you can email them again. And if you really want to get fancy, you can drive them to like a Facebook group or a school community. So you have a dedicated group of customers that you can sell to over and over and over again. And the best part about this is that you can now use that to branch into anything else that you want. You can turn that into an agency if you want to do that for some reason. You can use it to start selling software. You can sell info products like courses, consulting, and coaching. You can go into lead gen and rank and rent. You can use it to fund whatever else it is that you want to do. So because it's now a business, it's not just a side hustle. If you want side hustle results, go to Fiverr. If you want real business to help real businesses and grow something real, come into here to Legiit and we will help you, unless you suck. Or you can use all of this to help others. Take, for example, a Legiit freelancer, Adrian Gagne, who freelances on Legiit as SEO magician. He is one of these income screenshots I showed you earlier. He has made over $800,000 selling SEO services on Legiit. $800,000. That's more than most people will make in 20 years. And he has used it to have an impact and teaching. If you're watching now, you can see some people that he has shared his knowledge with and taught them how to do SEO, how to do freelancing, how to generate revenue and sales for other people. He has so many testimonials that I did not include them all. That's one of the ways he gives back. It's not the only way. He also gives back to his community. You can see here him working with some school children and donating things to them and donating his time to them and his family's time to help them have a better life that he has, because he went into freelance SEO services on marketplaces. He figured it out. He went all in, and he does everything that I tell him to do, which is why he continues to be successful. He's a wonderful person. He does great for his community, and he would not be able to do that if it wasn't for freelance SEO. So if you want to have an impact, you can do that with this too. Remember, you are not just building a business, you are building a life for yourself that you get to live doing what makes you happy, whether that is more money, more freedom, or more impact. You are giving yourself, your customers, and your community the one thing that they wake up every day hoping that today will be the day they get that one thing that we all need, and that thing is hope. And my friends, that hope is you. Everyone needs to be reassured that one day someone will show them that their hope is not in vain, that they can have a better life. And if you put into practice what I've taught you here today, that hope can be you. So thank you. Thank you for whoever just sent me a gift on TikTok. I appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. Woo! That was a mouthful. All right. Let's see. Let me go back and see what questions I missed, if any. Umace says, hi, Chris. Hello, Umace. I guess that was Rob that sent me the gift on TikTok. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. Eugenia says, Chris, I'm happy to be here with you today from Nigeria. Thank you, Eugenia. Whew. Thank you for sharing this roadmap today. I did some research on Legiit. Well, thank you, Umace. Dan says, smiley face. What's up, Dan? Always good to see you. Chanel. Hello, Chanel. Says, hey, Chris. Yash says, oh, my man, heart. MD says, hello, sir. Hello. Hello, MD. Anise, what's up, Anise? Anise is one of our good freelancers on Legiit. Anise, and he also won pizza one time in the past. Courtney Krebs is on TikTok. Hello, Courtney. Good to see you. Anise says, glad to see you protect freelancers from chargebacks. I lost money on other platforms after delivering quality work, but it didn't compensating me, leaving me frustrated and unpaid. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's really unfair. That's all I can really say about that. Dorn, what's up, Dorn? You showed up on time-ish today. So what's up, Dorn? Always good to see you, my friend. Mohammed says, Amazon sales is cold or hot traffic. I'm assuming that's a question. I don't know that much about Amazon. I assume that you mean the traffic from Amazon itself that finds you through their search. If so, that would be, if it's a brand they're not familiar with, it would be cold traffic. Whew. I am out of breath. And he says, agreed, people are lazy, so we have to produce content on YouTube too. Thanks for good suggestion. Thank you. The way you can reward you, the way you can thank me is by doing it. So go do it and then let me know, and I will be happy to check out your YouTube channel. LinkedIn user says, thanks, Chris, for these tips. Thank you, LinkedIn user. Terry says, you're right, Chris. I'm currently rebranding my Legiit profile and my social media. Personal branding is the way to go in 2024 and beyond. You said it. Yes, sir. Anise says, awesome, sir, for the amazing plan. Thank you, Anise. Ahmed, another one of our freelancer success stories on Legiit, says, amazing presentation. Thank you, Ahmed. Jay, what's up, Jay? JP says, got me fired up, jumping in now. Python development coming soon. Awesome. That's great for us because you do some really cool shit with Python development. So I'm looking forward to being able to send that some traffic. Shannon says, thank you for giving us the tools and the hope. Thank you, Shannon. Ahmed says, so much value packed in it. Umesh says, can we sell from Pakistan? Yes. Ahmed says, the freedom part Legiit offers regarding creating a recurring customer base through coupons, groups, etc., is non-existent on the web elsewhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have been and still am a freelancer, so I get the value in that, and we have baked that in. Eugenia says, thank you, Chris. This wonderful delivery, but I still need more of your mentorship. Go watch the rest of this channel. I have put out content for almost a decade. Everything you need that I know how to do is on my channel or on my social somewhere. Russell Freddie Edmonds says, good energy, Chris. I'm McLovin' it. Thank you. I am particularly motivated these days because I'm doing things that I care about. Roland and Brenda just joined on TikTok. Anise, yes, I have planned to produce content on YouTube and also my brand website, domain been purchased. Awesome. Stop planning and start doing. If you're on the right track, now just get it done. Prince David says, I am David from Nigeria. Please give me a link to join TikTok. Just search Chris M. Walker on TikTok. I should be the first result. Anise says, I will follow your remote roadmap. Awesome, Anise. Nafiz says, amazing plan, boss. Thank you, Nafiz. How much orders can we expect if we work properly on Legiit.com? It depends on you. DJ Don Genius, there's your free plug, says, sorry, I just joined the webinar. What stage is the webinar? We just finished the presentation, but you're watching on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch from the beginning where you're watching right now. It'll be on that same URL. All right, we have about, I don't know, I booked an hour for this, and there's still a good amount of people on, so whew. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts or concerns or anything you want me to talk about, let me know. I don't know. I don't know how to help you with that. I don't work for PayPal. You know, you don't need PayPal. We also pay out through Payoneer. So, but part of being a business owner is figuring out problems for yourself, you know? So figure that out. You know what I mean? Plenty of resources, plenty of information, plenty of people that can help out there. So figure it out. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's the way being an entrepreneur works. Willie just joined on TikTok. What's up, Willie? Dorn said he switched to the tube. Thank you, Dorn. Yes. Watch where you're watching right now. Just reload and you can be, once we get done, you'll be able to watch from the beginning. Joe Dottie 6 just joined. SSJ Blackheart Bat just joined. Those are emojis, but yeah. But anyhow, if anybody has any questions, I will stick around for a while and take those. Whew. I am out of breath. If not, we'll wrap up in about 5 minutes. But if the questions continue, so will the presentation. Russell Freddie Edmonds says, loving this blueprint. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The funny thing about it is there's really nothing like revolutionary to it, right? Like it's just, make a brand, make it traffic and sell to people. Like everybody thinks I have some advantage or some hack or some secret or something. And it's really just basic like business and marketing. You know what I mean? Like nothing here is too elite. It's nothing that it's nothing that anybody can do it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Georgie says, say hi to live stream from Georgie. Georgie, our director of operations, or DOO, or do at Legiit, says hello. So he says, say hi to live stream from me. Prince David, you say you are a complete newbie. How can I get help to set up your account for maximum profit? You got to be resourceful. That's part of being an entrepreneur. You have to figure out how to get answers for yourself. There are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of resources on Legiit. There's support articles on how to do everything. So be innovative, be smart, be resourceful, and figure it out. Created a service targeting Legiit freelancers. Would be okay to do an outreach to there. DM them something like a video audit. I'm not trying to be spammy. Would that be okay to do? If you mean a service that's actually for freelancers, can you be more specific? And also, I'd be careful with DMs. I think they're fine. Other people get really, really upset about it. So, just keep that in mind. King Oakland, California, showing respect. Salute. Thanks for the information. Appreciate you very much. Well, I thank you, King Oakland. Sorry on you losing the athletics. I was in Las Vegas a couple months back and I saw where their stadium's going to be. And I don't know. It doesn't feel like a great place for a stadium, in my opinion. You have good energy, sir, which always boosts me to strategies, my plan in a good way. I got lots of motivation when I feel down. Well, thank you. Thank you. I know that life is hard sometimes, I get down too. So I'm glad that's not my goal, but I'm glad that you got some value and some energy from it. If I can help that anybody do that, then I have an obligation to do it. Eugenia says, I will implement all that you've explained today. I look forward to seeing your progress. I've created a saver service, but it's difficult for me. Try harder. King Oakland says, yes, sir. Yeah, I was on I say that because I'm a Braves fan, but I was on the A's when I was in like Little League a couple times. So I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I still have a little bit of like a soft spot for them. Asante Tharps just joined on TikTok. Yankees or Dodgers. I don't like either of them, but my two favorite teams are the Atlanta Braves and whoever is playing against the New York Yankees. So in this case, it's reluctantly the Dodgers. Plus Ohtani is just like a once in a lifetime talent. So it's good to see that as well. King Oakland says, I liked and subscribed. Thank you, King Oakland. Anis says, yes, sure. I will share my success in a Legiit group. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, my friend. Georgie. What's up, Georgie? Says, Marvel or DC? DC in general, because Batman is the one true superhero. But I like them both. And as much as I'd like this not to be true, overall, Marvel has done a much better job cinematically, but I prefer like DC's characters overall. And the Batman thing is just an inside joke between Georgie and I. Torn laugh out loud. Georgie says, I'm right. Thank you, Georgie. Jessica says, laugh out loud. All right. Still a good number of folks on. So let me know what else I can do for you. What else I can answer. What else we can talk about or discuss. I am out of breath, but I will keep going because I am here for you. It's never... I will never take for granted that people come to see me. So thank you for that. But it doesn't have to be about what we talked about today either. If you have any business or technical or SEO questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer as many of those as I can while I'm still here. And then if not, in the next few minutes, if the questions continue to stay low, we will call it a day. But Ahmed says, you hit the nail on the head with the design department. I have a full-time assistant for design now, but diversifying with other upsells and SEO has helped a lot. If memory serves, you started with SEO, and I saw your thumbnails and I was like, Jesus, these are really good. Can you make some for me? And that's when you started offering design services. And then you struggled for a while figuring out how to like streamline that, because it's not something you can teach. You know what I mean? Like you can, but there's also an inherent talent with it that you just can't really easily outsource. And you seem like you've finally gotten that under control. So if I got your story at all wrong, please correct me. But I think that was kind of your path. So yeah. What you suggest, video as a thumbnail or image? Video as a thumbnail or image? Well, I'm not sure what you're asking. You can have a video and you can have a thumbnail, but you can't have a video thumbnail. That's something we don't have on Legiit at the moment. Wonder Woman or Catwoman? I think Catwoman is a more intriguing character, but Wonder Woman is Gal Gadot, and my Lord. Ahmed Abraham says, I was planning on just SEO, but your visual spotting was a new turn for me back then. Oh, I'm glad that it did, because you've turned that into a great business. Like, you have a real design talent, and one of my talents is spotting other people's talent. So I'm glad that I was able to pick that up in you, because it's made both of us a lot of money. And, that's what this is really all about, is making money. I know that I'm supposed to be humble and not say that, but I don't care. Would creating SOP writing as a service sell on Legiit? I don't know. I don't know that we have anybody doing that. I don't know. Right. I will say that writing services, since AI has become more popular and more common, the sales have really gone to shit. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that, because I think that's just the way the world is now. That said, we have instant delivery. So what you could do is create some and just set them on instant delivery and forget about it, So that's worth thinking about. But I really don't have that answer for you. Russell Freddie Edmonds says, yes, my Lord, indeed. Well, that's what you would say if you didn't only have eyes for your bird, as you call her, right? Reoccurring customers. How often do you email, Chris? I am in kind of a unique position because I own the site as well as a freelance on the site. So I don't email my own offers that often. If I did, I would send them value twice a week and offers once a week. So value, pitch, value, pitch every week. Ahmed says, absolutely true. Can't be grateful enough. Turned into a major revenue business for me. Major revenue business for me. Hopefully George is still watching and got that joke. But thank you for saying so, Ahmed. You did the work. I just noticed that. So yeah, the AI problem is above our control. Well, it is and it isn't. Like, you can, and I hate when entrepreneurs overuse this term, but you can pivot and use it to your advantage. But yeah, the days of just throwing up a content writing service are over. King Oakland says, how do you measure SEO success? Well, that's a great question. When I used to have my agent, I still technically have my agency, but I don't focus on it anymore. I would sell on rankings. It just depends on what you sell. Now, if you're asking how you can measure your own, it would be how much search traffic is helping your business, whether that's through sales or visibility or branding or marketing. You just measure how much ROI you're getting from your efforts in SEO. And ROI doesn't necessarily have to be in dollars. It could be that you want to get more search visibility because you're trying to build a brand, or it could be that you do want more leads and calls and sales. So ultimately, it just has to be, you have to know what your goal with it is, and then see if you are getting your goal from it. I know that's kind of vague, but I don't want to just give the answer of you're getting more calls or more sales or whatever. Russell Freddie Edmonds says, thanks, man. Thank you, Russell. Doran says, there's no crying in freelancing. I wonder how many people know what movie that's from. I tell you what, I haven't done a giveaway in a while. Anybody other than Dorn, you're disqualified. But anybody that can tell me what movie that is a paraphrase from without searching it, and I will know, it can tell me, I will give you 6 legit bucks. You know what? Let's do 12 legit bucks so you can go buy something on Legit. First person to tell me what movie that is a paraphrase from without cheating. VVP has been remembered. VVP has been remembered. It hasn't for me because I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, King Oakland. Oh, what's up, Cal? Cal's on TikTok. What's up, Cal? Jody is on TikTok. Hello, Jody. Rob says A League of Their Own. Rob is the winner. Congratulations, Rob. DM me on Facebook what your username is, and I will add that to your account after the stream. Congratulations, Rob. Chris, from your experience, what's the best service to be delivered? I talked about this in the presentation. You need to sell what you know how to do. So go look at what's selling and then offer that, and then learn how to do that and do that and offer that. Or if you already know how to do something, offer that. And he says, how to answer those clients who remain confused about SEO ranking, mostly want quick results in a month for competitive keywords. That is something you should not have happen. You should address that in the onboarding or the sales phase. Tell them what to expect, and then make sure you deliver what they expect, and get them before they say yes to say, so you say you offer, you'll get them X keywords ranked in 3 months. And so get them to say, okay, I'm going to get X keywords in 3 months. And then in 2 months, if they're complaining, say, hey, Bill, remember when we said in the beginning, you were going to get X keywords in 3 months? It's only been 2 months. So you have to have faith in me and let me do the thing that I'm good at so I can deliver for you. Something like that. That's how I handle that, is to not let that happen in the first place. Russell Freddie Edmonds says value pitch. Oh yeah. Sorry. I know we've been talking about SEO, but I don't understand acronyms to save my life. So. Whew. All right. I'm wondering what these little numbers next to people's names on TikTok mean. I need to learn TikTok a little better. All right. We've got we'll go ahead and try to keep this going till 5. Got about 8 minutes left. So anybody else have any questions or comments or anything they want to do while we have a break in the action? Do me a favor and subscribe to me on YouTube. It means a lot to me. It helps the channel grow. It helps me stay motivated to keep putting out content like this and other content that you find valuable and so on. So just take a second and subscribe. It takes 1 click, and then maybe turn on notifications so you don't miss our videos and our live streams as they drop. If you aren't on YouTube right now, just head over I'll make it easy for you. Go over to chrismwalker.tv. And that'll be a 1-click subscribe, and it'll be real easy for you, and it would really mean a lot to me. So Rob says numbers next to names have to do with engagement in chat. Okay, cool. I had no idea. TikTok makes me feel very 46. So mix of comments, likes, gifts, etc. Okay, that makes sense. I figured it was something like that, but I don't know exactly. Russell Freddie Edmonds says, Anis, also apply. It's a financial investment. I think what he means there is to tell the customer that it's they've invested it. Like if you invest in Apple, you're not going to make a lot of money today, but long-term you are going to, and you can sell SEO in that same way, right? Like you invest in SEO today because it's going to pay you long-term. Yeah. So that's another approach. King Oakland said, absolutely love the 2.9 million made on Legit video, Chris. Oh, thank you. That's over 3 now. But thank you. Yeah, that was a fun video to make because it's something that has fueled everything else that I do. I don't make a lot of that stuff because frankly, it doesn't get me customers as much as it gets me freelancers. And, as much as I love my freelancers and I'm, teaching them how to do what I do, customers are more valuable. So that's why I don't do a ton of how to make money doing freelancing stuff. But yeah, that's one I can really speak with authority on. Eugenia says, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. Is it Eugichis? Can you correct me on the way if I'm saying it wrong? Okay, thanks very much for your responses to all my questions. Thank you. King Oakland says, great work, man. Thank you, King Oakland. Got about 5 minutes left. So if you have anything else you want to talk about, let me know. Anise says, is it a good strategy to pitch with email marketing to those clients who worked with me 5 or 6 years back? Maybe some forget my name. Absolutely. Hey, Bill, it's been a long time since we talked. I hope stuff's still going great at Acme Business Solutions. Since we've talked last, I've started doing this new thing, and I just wanted to show you what we're up to and some of the results I've gotten for other folks that we've worked with in the meantime. If I'd love to catch up and hear how little Billy's doing and tell you a little bit about what I'm doing these days. What's a good time for a call? Something like that. So yeah, the answer is yes. And that's one approach that you could take to that. Dorn says, off to a sales call. I'm out. We'll watch the replay. Thank you, Dorn. Always a pleasure, my friend. Whoo, am I out of breath? All right, we got less than 5 minutes remaining. So if you have anything else you'd like me to talk about, share, comment on, or questions or to answer, let me know. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what time or what topic just yet. I love that people think I'm prepared and have all this shit planned out ahead of time, but I am very much an improviser. Improvisation. I make shit up as I go a lot of the time, and that just serves me well most of the time. So that's what I do. Today, for example, I had no idea what to talk about, and I was like, and I wanted to keep talking about Legiit and keep the momentum going because we've been talking about it and it's been working, you know. But what was I going to say? But I really didn't know, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that presentation I did for World of Search and give that away for free because it's been a month. If they were going to implement it, they would have. If they aren't, they won't. And now I can give it to everyone. So. And somebody asked at the beginning that I was going to India. And yes, in January, I'll be going to India SEO conference to give a presentation on a yet as to be determined topic. I'm going to stop for a vacation in the Philippines on my way home, and then I'm going to go home. It'll be the longest I've been away from Myrtle Beach in 15 years. So I'm looking forward to that. Dan says, cool beans, good stuff as always. You are your best wingman. Well, thank you, Dan. All right, we got about 3 minutes left. Eugenia says, I've subscribed, Chris. Well, thank you, Eugenia. The reach on Facebook groups compared to profiles nowadays is much harder than it was. Any idea how to grow a group dedicated to legit customers? You're right. The reach in groups has gone to absolute shit. You can still reach them, but you got to do the annoying shit like the add everyone tag. As far as growing them, like getting more people into them, the same way to get people into them still works. But reaching the people in your group is much harder than it used to be because it's people don't use them as a destination, and Facebook doesn't do as good a job at feeding them to people just scrolling as they used to. So you got to create good content, of course, but then use the tags. Like I know it irritates people, but I would rather have people be irritated with me than people not knowing that I exist. So Anise says, I was helped to my first client to rank their local business and later e-com successfully. Now confused. To contact with them, their HR via email. Or I helped to rank my first client and later e-com successfully, but now I have to contact their HR via email or directly. I would not contact their HR. I assume that means human resources. They can't do shit for you if they're assuming that HR is the way it is here. I would do whatever I can to get in front of the decision maker, whether that's LinkedIn, whether you can use Hunter.io to get his email, or find him on Facebook, or roll right up into his office, whatever. But get in front of the decision maker. HR is just the people that tell you about your benefits or when you're fired. Kristen is back on TikTok. Hello, Kristen and Jody. Terry says, I want to grow my Facebook visibility, especially on the Facebook group. I want to use video content. What would you advise concerning delivery? Just do it. Pull your phone out, turn your camera on, and start talking. Use your Facebook personal profile. Those actually get the best reach, and just set it to professional mode. And then share that same stuff to groups. Groups is harder to grow than it used to be, which is why I didn't talk about it too much in this presentation, but do both. My guess is you have plenty of time, so do both. And as far as the video content, just fucking get started. Pull out your camera or your phone and start talking and post videos. They're gonna suck. They're gonna suck. and eventually they'll get better. So, all right, that's it. Let me get back on camera. All right, I think this was a wonderful stream. I know I enjoyed delivering it. I hope you enjoyed receiving it. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. I'll try to answer them within the first 24 hours. That's weird. TikTok just made me verify that I'm a human. And I will do my best to answer them. Well, I'll be back tomorrow with a stream on some topic or another. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what time and what topic. But thank you for watching. I know that in today's world, you have tons of things pulling for your attention and lots of ways you could use it. And you decided to spend your time with me. I will never take that for granted, and I will always appreciate that. So thank you. And remember what I said to you today. You have the opportunity there's something that everybody needs, and that thing that everybody needs is hope. And you have the opportunity to give people that hope that they need can be you. So figure out what you want out of life, go out and get it, then tell other people about it so they can have hope from what you do. I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.